Fighting with tent poles is the quickest way to ruin a camping trip before it even starts. I wanted to see if these instant tents are actually easy to use or just flimsy garbage. I bought and tested 5 of the most popular automatic pop-up tents to check their setup speed, zipper quality, and how hard they are to fold back up, so you don't have to waste your money. Here is what I found. Product number 1, generic skylight pop-up tent. When I first grabbed this 4-person pop-up, I noticed how light it was, easy enough to carry with one hand. The setup was literally instant. I just unstrapped it, threw it effectively, and it sprang into shape. My favorite feature has to be the overhead skylight. Most tents feel like caves, but lying in this one without the rain fly on, looking up at the trees or stars was surprisingly nice. In terms of performance, the PU 3000 waterproof coating is decent for a pop-up. I hosed it down and the welded corners held up okay, though I wouldn't push it in a severe storm. The ventilation is solid with those 4 mesh windows, so it didn't turn into a sauna. If you're looking for a romantic, easy shelter for a clear summer night, this is a fun pick to get started with. Product number 2, 6-person family pop-up tent. I moved onto this slightly larger model, often listed as a 4 to 6-person tent. It feels very similar in build quality to the first one, using that same 190T polyester, but the extra floor space is noticeable. The automatic setup worked flawlessly again, no poles to thread, just boom, it's up. What stood out here was the versatility of the double panels on the windows. You can roll them up for a breeze or buckle them down when it gets chilly. I fit 3 people in here comfortably with gear. 6 would be a tight squeeze, honestly. But having that extra floor space makes a huge difference for families. If you need something that accommodates a small family without a complicated pitch, this is the one to grab for the extra elbow room. Product number 3, quick pitch casual tent. Then I tried this specific 4-person instant tent. The pre-assembled poles felt sturdy, but right on the label, it warns that it's not for heavy rain, which I actually appreciate. It's rare to see that kind of honesty. When I set it up, the floor size was decent, about 9.5 by 6.6 feet, which is plenty for 2 people and a dog. It handled a light drizzle fine thanks to the taped seams, but the fabric is clearly designed for breathability over storm protection. The airflow is fantastic because of the cross-ventilation from the 2 doors. It's perfect for a music festival or a backyard sleepover where you can just run inside if a storm hits. If you just need a cheap, breezy shade shelter or a play tent for the kids, this works perfectly. Product number 4, Moon LENCE Instant Pop-Up. The Moon Lens tent felt different immediately. Instead of the flimsy wire feel, this uses a mechanism where you lift, press, and snap it into place. It felt way more controlled and sturdy in my hands. The dome design gives you about 50 inches of headroom, which isn't huge, but the stability is much better than the flexible wire tents. My favorite part was the interior partition. You can actually create a little privacy divider, which is a lifesaver if you're changing clothes while sharing the tent. The SBS zippers are smooth, no snagging, and the 2000 waterproofing held up well against wind. It packs down neatly into a carry bag that actually fits. If you want a pop-up that feels more like a traditional tent structure with better wind resistance, this is a solid upgrade. Product number 5, AYAMAYA pop-up tent. I ended with the AYAMAYA, and the first thing I noticed was the sheer footprint. At nearly 10 feet long, it felt massive compared to the others. It's a true pop-up. You unstrap it and it explodes into shape. The material feels like standard 190T polyester, but the floor area is where it shines. I could stretch out completely without my feet touching the walls. The skylight design returns here, but the ventilation is even better because of the 2 large doors and massive mesh windows. It creates a wind tunnel effect that keeps it cool. Getting it back in the bag takes a bit of practice. You have to twist it just right, but the space is worth it. If you are camping with a partner and you both want room to sprawl out comfortably, this is the spacious choice. So whether you want the stargazing skylight or just a massive floor plan that sets up in seconds, one of these will save you from the headache of tent poles. I've put links to all of them in the description so you can check the current prices. Thanks for watching and happy camping.